Disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist. I am not certified in any of this whatsoever. I am just going by based off of trial and error, things that I have experienced, what I've noticed in my body, and also what I have researched on Google and YouTubers. Hello, gorgeous. No. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome back, TT Gang Gang. If you are new, again, welcome. Here on my channel, I have 3 different categories. I have fitness, lifestyle, and beauty. If any of those 3 interest you, please go ahead and consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into this video. So in today's video, as you guys already know, you can tell by the title, your girl is back on keto. Now I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why I chose to get back on keto, how long I plan on being on keto, and what is going to be my maintenance phase. And I'm going to explain a little bit of why, well, not exactly why, but give you a little bit of background far as like what I've learned over the course of the year from when I first started keto last year, June 2020, all the way until today. Just some background so that you can understand. But I do have a host of videos regarding my keto and intermittent fasting. Please go ahead and check out that playlist because it will get you into a little bit of knowledge as to why and how I lost 18 pounds during quarantine, and you can probably understand the reason why I chose to go back to keto. If I sound a little congested, I apologize because I have been sick for the past couple of days, non-COVID related. I'm just congested, you know, a little sore throat, can't breathe right, headache, but that's it. And I'm just sneezing, not coughing. So as I already stated, I've been on keto last year for about 2 months, lost 18 pounds. I decided to take a break. I went from 192 all the way down to 174. I took a break for about 4 or 5 months and didn't decide to get back on a weight loss transformation until January 11th of 2021. So between September, October, September all the way until January, I gained 5 pounds. So I feel like that was good for me, being that I was not on keto, but I was still intermittent fasting, but I just ate a little bit more than what I was usually eating. And the reason why I chose to get off of keto is because my body was craving whole grains. It was craving beans. I wanted quinoa. I was wanting brown rice, and I knew I couldn't eat that while on keto, so therefore I had to listen to my body. I felt extremely weak after 2 months, and I just needed something different. I needed a change. Got tired of eating eggs and bacon every single morning. Now there's more to it. You can add and supplement things to make it more keto friendly, but after a while my body was just tired. Yesterday, which was August 2nd, I was kind of contemplating on what do I need to do in order to lose 40 pounds. Now, I know I said that the scale does not always mean anything, but I will get into that in a second. So I was like, what can I do to lose, you know, 40 pounds? I'm not looking to lose 40 pounds all in 1 month or 2 months, but I just want to be, you know, what can I do to get this scale to go down? So as you guys already know, a couple of weeks ago I did a video. I lost 3 pounds in 1 week, and I was like, okay, I'm moving along, so still let's get, I got 37 more pounds to go, let's keep going. What else can I do? So I was like, well, keto I know does help you lose a lot of weight. This time I am choosing to do keto because I do work out, and I have been consistent for the past 8 months of working out. I feel like I'm doing something a little bit different. So now that I am going to choose to do keto and working out, I think it's going to be a good thing. Last year I did not work out. All I did was keto and intermittent fasting. I'm not doing intermittent fasting because that is, to me, a headache, and I can't get 3 meals in 8 hours, and I'm not doing the 1 meal a day because I get hangry. And I don't know about you, but I get hangry. So I was like, no, I'm not doing the whole intermittent fasting thing. That I'm not about that life, not right now. So today I decided to just go ahead and just do keto. Now, yes, it is a Tuesday. You're like, well, why didn't you do it on Monday? Well, I didn't think about it until Monday afternoon. I'm going to just wait and just do a whole new video, which is for today. So I decided to just go ahead and jump on the bandwagon and start my keto journey. Now, I am only going to do keto, which means that I am doing 20 grams of net carbs only for 1 month. So today is August 3rd, and I am going, and it's going to last all the way up until September, Labor Day, September. So it's like the first Monday of September, which will be Labor Day. That will be my ending day. I need the scale to go down. A lot of you guys don't understand that the reason why I'm choosing to focus on the scale again is because I was 195 a couple of weeks ago, and I'm 192, 193. I'm still in the 90s. That's way too close to 200. When you think from a doctor's perspective, waist circumference. Okay, so what is your, I think it's the BMI and whatnot. That's what they're looking at. So for me to be close to 200 pounds, I'm in the 190s. That means they can possibly tell me that I am either overweight or obese, and that I may have the heart of a 50 or 60-year-old. Now, I'm 40 years old. I'm about to be 41 next Friday, on Friday 13th, y'all. Friday 13th. To be 41 soon, and they gonna tell me at the end of the year when I take my wellness check, they're gonna be like, oh, so you got the heart of a 50-year-old or 56-year-old. That's not hot. I'm sorry, that is not cute, and I don't want to be that weight. The scale is, I don't want to retract on my words, but I had an issue with the scale. I used to get on the scale, especially during keto last year. I used to get on the scale every single day. I have a very low tolerance for carbs, meaning that if I eat too much carbs or eat too much sweets, the scale goes up. I am not one of those who have a high tolerance for carbs where they can add 50 grams or 80 grams of carbs and the scale just stays right there. Or I'm on my journey of losing 40 pounds. So when I got on the scale this morning, the scale went up. It only went up a couple of ounces, so I'm 193.0. I should have a picture up here somewhere so that way you'll see. But I did not gain a full complete 1 pound, so which is good from the last time I showed you guys of my weigh-in from 192. So now I am back up to 38 pounds that I need to lose versus 37. It's all cool because I'm doing keto. After that 1 month, I'm going to do low carb. I'm going to take it up about 10 to 20 grams more. So hopefully I can be at a nice pace of maybe 30 grams and then stay on that for another 2 or 3 months and then go from there. Now, with that being said, now you understand the reason why I am choosing to do more of a keto and then switch over to low carb. I am going to take you on my journey. I did not want to wait until Labor Day to say, ta-da, your girl lost 20 pounds because I did keto, and then you're like, wait, you did keto? When did you say that you were going to do keto? Didn't you say that you were going to let us know anytime you switch up your meal plans and how you eat? Didn't you say all that? So that's why I'm here today, to let you know. So again, I am just so happy. I'm so excited. I feel good. I can do videos on what I eat on the day far as keto. Your girl has not even went shopping at all. I basically just dug up whatever I had in my kitchen, just looked on the back of the packages, and I just went from there. So I still have keto food items in my home that I buy on a regular basis, like my sparkling ice. I drink that all the time. So I have stuff in my house already. If you got bacon in your house, that's keto. If you got eggs in your house, that's keto. So shop your house first, and then you start your keto journey or whatnot. I mean, I'm just very spontaneous. I don't have a whole lot of keto friendly foods in the house, but I said I'm determined, I'm going to do it today. I'm not going to wait till I get paid and then go shop and do that. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm going to start today, and what it is, okay? So I can do some videos on shop with me for keto items at the grocery stores. You can get it anywhere. Keto is very popular, so it's not like how it was back in the day where there was no keto options. So keto is literally everywhere. There is keto bread. There's all kind of stuff, and I still buy keto bread. Now I don't buy the one net carb keto bread that you can get from Aldi, because the lesser the gram of net carbs, the more dense, and it don't really taste that good. So just be careful. And girl, I still got sugar-free syrup in my cabinet, and it's not left from last year. Like, I literally just bought it about a month or two ago, because on my pancakes I use the sugar-free syrup. So I've adopted keto into my lifestyle, even though I was not doing keto. You know, I've adopted a little bit of everything. Plant-based, I adopted it. Pescatarian, I've adopted it. So I don't stick to one thing, as you can tell. I just like to mix it up a little bit and just go based off on how my body is. So I have so many extra videos to give you, especially throughout the week, regarding keto. I feel like keto journey is very exciting, and I am just all in for it. So if you are all in, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, girl, and just stay tuned for more videos. I have a whole lot of videos that I made last week that I still got to edit and still put those out. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get on to it and get my hustle on. So in the meantime, again, subscribe to my channel and like this video and comment down below. Show your girl some love, and I'll give you some love back. Hey, gorgeous. All right, so bye everyone. Have a good and blessed day. Goodbye, gorgeous.